The drugs ain't the problem, hun. It's you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Still Addicted. I'm Isra, and yes, if you can please hit the subscribe button below, comment, and share, that would be amazing. So, this question is a pretty funny one because it is, why do I still feel miserable when I'm sober? And not to be rude or anything like that, but when you put the drugs down, you're left with you. And that is a big answer in it all. Is the fact of the matter is, the drugs ain't the problem, hun. It's you. And you're the one who has to do the work, internal work, to make yourself not miserable. So that emotion will not go just because you put the drugs down. Yes, you've come into recovery completely distraught, completely fucked, completely broken, and you've made that decision. I'm going to make that change. And you've come into recovery, you've put those drugs down, you've got sober, but you still feel like shit. And it's because you have to do the work internally. You have to do that work, whether it's through therapy, whether it's through the steps, whether it's through smart recovery, whatever it is, you have to do the work because drugs were always the solution for your problems. So unless you sort out those problems, they're going to still be there. And the fact that you put the drugs down, they're going to come up, and they're going to come up thick and fast. Your emotions and your feelings come back so fast when you get sober. So my biggest advice would be, especially if you're in the rooms, is obviously get to as many meetings as possible, listen, and try and start sharing. Obviously it's very nerve-wracking at the beginning, but start sharing if you can. Even if it's at the break and it's not actually in the meeting, just start connecting with people. And then as well, once you've started connecting, say by your 30 days or your 60 days, I would definitely recommend you get a sponsor and start the step work, because that's where you'll start to see the change through the step work. Or obviously with therapy and stuff like that, you'll start to see the change when you actually do that internal work and you're able to bring everything up, because you've pushed everything down for so many years. However many years you've been using, that's how many years you've been pushing everything down. So you'll probably have a lot to unpack. So obviously, if you think about it, you're doing this work and it's really hard. And that's why a lot of people don't get sober or don't get into recovery, because it's really hard looking at yourself and bringing all of that stuff up, that all trauma, the past, etc. It is difficult, and obviously you don't have your solution, which is the drugs and alcohol, to numb all your feelings. So you have to basically raw dog it. So it's fucking hard. So obviously you're going to be miserable. Do you know what I mean? But saying that, on the flip side, when you start in this new life, you start to learn who you are as a person. You start to learn what you like, what you don't like. You build such incredible connections with like-minded people. You can have so much fun in sobriety. I've just been to Warehouse Project. I also went to a concert the week after. I've had something huge happen in my life that's so exciting. I've got things planned in the future. There's just so much fun to be had in sobriety. So it's not all doom and gloom. However, that internal work that you do, yes, it's hard. Yes, it can be fucking miserable, but it does get better, because when you start working through it, you're actually starting to process it. Then you gain skills and tools on how to handle those situations, how to handle the past, and also look at things in a different way, because obviously life is still happening and life will carry on. So when there's another issue or another maybe traumatic event, you've got that foundation, so you're able to work through it. But
When you first get sober and you're wondering why you still feel miserable, it's because you're left with you and you weren't happy with you before you took the drugs. Do you know what I mean? Like, or you may have been happy whilst you're taking the drugs and stuff like that, and stuff may have happened in the process of your addiction. So you have to work through that stuff. And another thing as well is the fact that like, the emotion of sadness or those negative emotions like sadness, angry, lonely, being fed up, all of that stuff, those emotions aren't going anywhere. Those emotions are on the emotion wheel, if you'd say. They're not going anywhere. So it's all about the journey that you and the work that you do, and then the tools that you pick up so you can handle those emotions and you can sit with them and then walk through them. Do you know what I mean? Instead of numbing it down like you used to do with drugs and alcohol. So unfortunately, when you get sober, those emotions don't go anywhere. They're still there, but it's learning how to handle those. And that's the most important thing. So I hope that helps. Thanks. Bye.